It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs. He's putting together an incredible season, now in double digits with 10 picks. It's the Nighthawks and the Vikings on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they interplay here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
He had the numbers of the game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Bridgewater. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll drop to throw, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 83 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. And we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot. Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pick. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. David Montgomery with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Bridgewater. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Taken from just outside the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
2nd and 2.
That's to Marshall on a quick slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
They'll run for it. This is White.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll go up the middle with White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Nighthawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 1, Bridgewater. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater.
Montgomery, another target and catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
You see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw here. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And a short gain down to about the 33. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They'll drop to throw.
Man open, it's Toney. He's got it.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Right back to Toney. He's got another one.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw.
And Tony's got it out toward the sideline.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Nighthawks have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close.
Jarvis Landry at 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action now. Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Play fake. Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, 1st down, pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
And he fields it cleanly. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They're going to look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kadarius Toney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Nighthawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Devontae Adams, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on...
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll look to throw.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Jabari Zuniga with the stop. From the 16, Bridgewater. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They go play action. Bridgewater.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Bridgewater to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he rifles one incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
First down, here's White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with White. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. York able to send this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a dump off to White. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Sione Takitaki. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Looking to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He'll leave this one for White.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
On the handoff, it's White.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offense.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Nighthawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On third down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater.
Montgomery, another target and catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
To the air again with Bridgewater.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Bridgewater.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
First down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. From the gun, Bridgewater. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 4.
Quick hitter here is complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They'll look to throw again. This is White on the screen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Back to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal. They'll look to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Running here with White.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 13, just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now a give to White. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Opting to run again here with White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Bridgewater.
Able to complete it to Montgomery. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
Bridgewater now from the 50.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. One last shot now for Bridgewater.
One last shot at the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the home team here, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.